Welcome to the Sports Arena, your front row ticket to the best in sports talk and entertainment. Great analysis, top name guests, and news you can use from the sports landscape. So take your seats, sit back, and relax, as you are now in the Sports Arena.
You know what you're capable of. Fix it.
And here's your host, Eric Wilson.
Wins. I'm like, all right, let's go. We get losses. I'm like, I need a minute. Let me collect myself. What's going on, everybody? Your man, Eric Wilson, Sports Arena. So as you can see, if you look in the top corner here, I got the Buffalo Bills symbol. Yeah, why do I have that going on right now? Well, as we did find out, their general manager, Brandon Beane, just signed a contract extension, keeping him through the 2025 season of the Buffalo Bills. So you know, with that being said, I had to go get the man. He is the sports director of 96.5 Power, 96.5 up there in Buffalo. He's a Bills beat report writer. You know what? I'm going to let him tell all this to you because this man got more titles than I got draws. But let me get my man Muki Hawkins in here. Muki, what's up, man? How are you, sir?
I'm okay. I'm all right, man. I'm hanging in there. Thank God it's Friday, right, Eric?
Amen. Thank God it's Friday. As you can see below here, I've got all your titles down here. CEO of Sports UPD, Sports Director 96.5, WUFO 1080 AM. Brother, you got so much going on. You just taken over Buffalo by storm. No pun intended. And so talk to me about this contract extension for your general manager.
Well, eventually we all knew that was going to happen. When Sean McDermott first got hired, and, it was to a point where you had to bring a GM in. You're starting to see now coaches bring their guys in. So, like, when you see a new head coach, that GM is potentially, of it being a new GM, it's starting to be a new trend. Sean McDermott went out and got, well, I can't say he went out and got, but, they have familiarity from their days in Carolina. He knows what Coach McDermott's looking for. And it's kind of like a match made, and the stability portion of it, Coach McDermott gets his 5 year, and Brandon Beane gets his 5 year now. So it's like, I was just interviewing Deion Dawkins about, how comforted is it in the locker room, when you get your head coach get an extension, when your general manager get an extension, when shoot, you yourself, Deion, you just signed an extension. Trey White just signed an extension. Guys that they're drafting, they're keeping those guys around, and you're starting to see the success of the team. So, he went on to say it was just very comforting for, a locker room, and something like this doesn't happen, all the time. And it's just an amazing thing just to see and witness, that, hey, guys do what they're supposed to do. And, the front office take care of their guys. And, the Bills are living proof of that right now. So, hey, if you don't want your owner dancing all in your videos or on the sideline, come to Buffalo, baby.
That's the biggest piece, because what I'm seeing is we've seen year in and year out. There are players, sometimes keys, sometimes not so much, guys who just want their opportunity. But it seems like Buffalo is circling the wagons and keeping Bills Mafia together, and bringing in these guys and making sure that as long as these guys fit the mold of what they're looking for, that McDermott and Beane are looking for, number one, y'all willing to mold them to fit the scheme that best fits your team. And number two, and more importantly, you paying them to make sure they don't want to go nowhere else. Right. And we've seen that now with the succession of Josh Allen and where this Buffalo Bills team is headed. Listen, I'll be the first one to admit to you, yes, I was skeptical at first when it came to the success of Buffalo Bills, because I grew up in the 90s. You understand what I'm saying? And every year I had my heart broken by the Buffalo Bills in the Super Bowl because I had to sit there and watch them lose to Dallas. So I kind of did write them off. But I will say this much to you. I'm jumping back on the Kool-Aid of the Bills bandwagon. I even said on one of my shows, listen, put me through a table because I'm ready, because I'm excited for what the team is doing. But you up there, you in the mix every single day. So talk to me about the energy as this team, as this whole organization, like I said, just kind of circles the wagons and gets everybody ready and excited for what Bills are about to do.
Well, it seemed like they locked in. They seem like they've been that way since the beginning of the season. Even during COVID. I think what they have been able to do is be consistent. When you look at, okay, the Bills were what 9-3 last year. The same time. How are they able to be consistent like that during this pandemic and this crisis? How are you still able with a tougher schedule? So how are they able to do that? And then now you look at it, here it is, late in the season, coming off a bye. You won 5 out of your last 6. It would be 6 in a row if it went for one play. And then everybody's healthy. Your quarterback is playing out of his mind. So it's like right now, it's just like they're on a high, but the scary part about it, Eric, it can get higher. And they know that. And they're very humbled about it, and they just taking it week by week and finding a way. That's the motto, finding a way. I mean,
and that's the crazy thing is, the success has not gotten to be too much for this Bills team. And like you said, sitting at 9-3, on pace to win the division. I can't give you the division just yet. I just can't. What we see between Miami and Kansas City is going to be very truth-telling. But you guys have a matchup in your own right, because as we saw, Washington beat Pittsburgh, giving them their first loss. Now they got to come see you. And we know this team is going to be prepared to avenge what happened to them against a team with no name. So while I got you, and really quick, just give me your thoughts on how that defense, how your whole team on both sides of the ball are going to be able to stop Pittsburgh.
First of all, Eric, they got to bring ass to get ass, bro. You know what I mean? Where I'm from. So just because they lost to Washington and they think that they just going to come to Buffalo and just impose their will because James Conner is back, America, you have another thing coming. It won't be no terrible towel swinging around the stadium. Okay, so, only thing terrible is going to be how Josh Allen is going to terribly torch that defense up, especially if Hayden don't get off of concussion protocol. Coach Dable is very fond of Mika Fitzpatrick. He was his coach when they won the national championship. So he knows what he's capable of. Furthermore, who's checking Stephon Diggs?
Who got Diggs? Hey, okay, real talk though. The other night I was watching Monday Night Football, and I think it was Louis Riddick who said that. Louis Riddick said, "Who got Diggs?" And I was like, "Oh, I know he listening to us now, or he listening to Muki, because the coin that's our line. Who got Diggs is our line. I'm calling it right now. That is, we came up with that. So Louis Riddick, give us our props because we gave you that one."
Yeah, everybody, they now that America is finally getting to see them, they're on the stage now. And that's what's going to come with it, but it's a lot of material floating around out there.
It really is. Brother, I know you a busy man. I just want to say thank you for jumping on here real quick with me. I had to talk to you about this and get your thoughts on this, man. Of course, best of luck to the Bills. Win this division, man. I look forward. My hope and my wish is that y'all come down here to Tampa in the Super Bowl. That way we can wild out and do our thing, man, and make people aware of what's going on.
Oh, yeah, we definitely coming down to Tampa, man. Make sure you check me out tonight. I'm going to have Deion Dawkins exclusive on my show, Path to the Playoffs, with BSF, Benny the Butcher. You know what I mean? It's going to be live on YouTube. Don't want to miss that.
What
Bills
time?
World Path to the Playoffs at 8 o'clock. I'll shoot you a link.
Okay, no, I'm gonna put this out and let everybody know. 8 p.m. Make sure you check out my man Muki Hawkins, CEO of Sports Cube TV, sports director, Power 96.5 FM, WUFO 1080 AM, NFL beat report writer for the Buffalo Bills. Man, this brother does it all.
Journeys,
I learned,
man. Some of the journeys, man.
I learned so much each and every time we talk. Brother, stay blessed. I'll talk to you really soon, man. Thank you.
Yes, sir.